The road to Grammar Town. On a cool morning, a young learner named Ayan packed a small bag and left his house with a big goal. He wanted to understand English grammar. He did not want a hard book or a long test. He wanted a story he could walk inside. So he followed a simple map that said, "Go straight, turn left at the bridge, and you will find Grammar Town." As he walked, Ayan repeated small sentences to practice his English. I am Ayan. I am learning. I can learn. The words were short, but his steps felt strong. When he reached the bridge, a kind woman waved to him. She wore a blue scarf with tiny letters on it. "Welcome," she said. "I am Miss Grammar. I guide travelers. Grammar Town is close. But before you enter, you must meet the words that live here." Ayan smiled. "I am ready." The noun garden. They passed a wooden gate into a bright garden. Every tree had a name. One tree was Book, one flower was Hope, a small cat was Whisker. The air smelled like new paper. These are nouns, Miss Grammar said. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. Look around. Ayan pointed, teacher, student, market, city, phone, piece. Good, she said, and nouns can be countable or uncountable. Countable nouns can be counted, 1 apple, 2 apples. Uncountable nouns cannot be counted easily, water, rice, in music, information. Ayan took a small cup from a table and filled it with water. This is water. Not a water, but I can say a cup of water. Perfect. You already speak to the garden in the right way. Ayan saw a sign, plural rules. It said, most nouns add s, book gives books, flower gives flowers. Nouns ending in -ch, sh, s, x, d add s, bus gives buses, box gives boxes. Some are irregular. Child gives children, man gives men, woman gives women, mouse gives mice. He tried them, slowly and clearly. His voice felt steady, like the steps of a traveler who knows the road. The article bridge. They crossed a small bridge with 3 lanterns, an and the. The first 2 are indefinite articles, Miss Grammar said. Use a before a consonant sound. A cat, a book, a university, university. Use n before a vowel sound. An apple, an r, the h is silent. And the, Ayan asked, the is the definite article. Use it when the person already knows which thing you mean. The sun, the book on the table, the teacher we met yesterday. Ayan crossed the bridge and practiced. I have a pen. I want an orange. I see the moon. The lanterns glowed a little brighter. The verb station. They entered a busy square with trains and clocks. On each clock, the hands moved at a different speed. The sign said, verb station, time makes meaning. A tall man in a vest walked over. I am Mr. Verb. I show action and state. I also carry time. Miss Grammar nodded. Verbs change to show tense. Let's take a small journey. Present simple. Mr. Verb led them to platform 1. This train is the present simple. We use it for facts, routines, and things that are always true. Ayan read from a card. I study English every day. The sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. He noticed the s in rises and boils. Miss Grammar explained with he, she, it, add s, he works, she plays, it rains. Present continuous. Platform 2 was calm but moving. This is present continuous, Mr. Verb said. We use it for actions happening now or around now. Ayan tried. I am walking through Grammar Town. She is reading a map. They are learning new words. He felt the gentle movement of the train under his feet, like a sentence in motion. Past simple. Platform 3 was old and strong. Past simple is for finished actions, Mr. Verb said. We often use time words like yesterday, last night, in 2020. Ian spoke carefully. I watched a lesson yesterday. She visited her friend last week. We went to the city in 2022. He paused. When is irregular. Exactly, said Miss Grammar. Some verbs are irregular. Go gives went, have gives had, see gives saw, do gives did. Future, will and going to, platform for had to small signs, will and going to. Will is for quick decisions, promises, or predictions, Mr. Verb said. Ian practiced. I will study tonight. I will help my friend. It will rain, I think. Going to is for plans and strong intentions, Miss Grammar added. Ian tried again. I am going to join an English club. She is going to buy a dictionary. The clocks around the station seemed satisfied. Time and action were friends again. The pronoun street. The next road had houses with short names on the doors. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. A cat sat proudly near a mailbox marked it. Pronouns replace nouns, Miss Grammar said. Subject pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Object pronouns. Me, you, him, her, it, us, them. Possessive adjectives. My, your, his, her, its, our, their. Possessive pronouns. Mine, yours, his, hers, its, rare, ours, theirs. Ian waved to the houses and made sentences. I like learning. Learning helps me. She has a book. The book helps her. They have a plan. The plan is theirs. This is my pen. That one is yours. The cat meowed as if to say, you are speaking clearly. The adjective market. A colorful market filled the next square. Every stand had labels, big, small, happy, sad, beautiful, easy, difficult, green, cold, hot. Adjectives describe nouns, Miss Grammar said. We also compare with comparatives and superlatives. A sign read, short adjectives, tall gives taller gives the tallest. Big gives bigger gives the biggest, happy gives happier gives the happiest. Long adjectives, beautiful gives more beautiful gives the most beautiful. Interesting gives more interesting gives the most interesting. Ian looked at two apples. This apple is big. That one is bigger. The one on the top shelf is the biggest. He looked at a painting. This painting is beautiful. That one is more beautiful. The gold one is the most beautiful. He felt how adjectives gave color and shape to simple nouns. Words were not only tools, they were paint for the world. The adverb river. They crossed a river that flowed slowly and quietly. A small boat moved carefully between soft rocks. Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs, Miss Grammar said. They often end in "ly." Ian watched the boat. The boat moves slowly. The water is very clear. The day is quite warm. The wind blows gently. He noticed how adverbs touched the action like a soft hand guiding it. The preposition path, the stone path wound through the trees, over a little hill, and into a bright yard. Signs pointed to a bench under a tall tree, next to a fountain, and between two lanterns. Prepositions show place, time, and movement, Miss Grammar said. Ian made a picture in his mind. The book is on the table. The cat is under the chair. The school is near the park. I walk to the station. I travel from home to Grammar Town. Then he practiced time. On Monday, I study reading. In July, I visit my cousin. At 7 o'clock, I join an online class. The path felt easy now, like a friend he could follow in any city. The question square. They came to a square with a large round mirror. On the mirror were words, who, what, where, when, why, how. A guide spoke from behind the mirror. Questions open doors. Ian tried, who is your teacher? What do you need? Where do you live? When does the class start? Why are you learning English? How do you practice every day? Miss Grammar added, remember word order. For yes, no questions in the present simple, use do does. Do you study every day? Did she read in the evening in the past simple, use did? Did they finish the lesson? And with B, are you ready? Was he happy? Ayan repeated them lightly, like tapping on doors that politely opened. The conjunction bridge, another bridge appeared, with 3 strong ropes, and, but, and, or. A higher rope called because crossed above them like a reason from sky to earth. Conjunctions connect ideas, Miss Grammar said. Ayan tested the ropes. I study in the morning and I read at night. I like grammar, but sometimes I feel tired. Shall we watch a video or shall we read a story? I practice every day because I want to speak well. The bridge did not shake. His ideas felt safe together. The modal alley, a short alley, held simple rules on wide doors. Each door had a helper word: can, could, must, should, may, might, will, would. Modal verbs add meaning: ability, advice, permission, possibility, obligation, Miss Grammar said. Ayan read, ability, I can speak slowly. Polite ability, past ability, I could understand the story. Obligation, you must wear a helmet on a bike. Advice, you should practice 15 minutes a day. Permission, may I ask a question? Possibility, it might rain later. Promise, decision, I will finish my homework. Polite request, imaginary, would you help me, please? He felt how small words can change the air of a sentence. There are street, a quiet street had 2 lamps. There is and there are. Use there is for singular or uncountable, Miss Grammar said. Use there are for plural. Ayan looked around. There is a book on the bench. There is water in the bottle. There are 3 students in the yard. The lamps glowed, pleased with the clear counting. The passive gave a simple look. At the edge of a park stood a round gate. Over it was written, passive voice, a gentle door. Sometimes we focus on the action or the object, not the doer, Miss Grammar said. Passive is built with be plus past participle. Ayan tried simple lines. The lesson is explained by the teacher. The homework was checked yesterday. English is spoken in many countries. He could feel the focus move from the person to the result, like turning a camera from the cook to the cake. Reported speech lane, a whispering path. A soft path ran beside a library. Signs whispered, say, tell, ask. When we repeat what someone said, we often move the tense back, Miss Grammar said gently. But for level learners, begin with simple forms. Ayan practiced, direct. She says, I am tired. Reported, she says that she is tired. Direct past, she said, I am tired. Reported past, she said that she was tired. He nodded. I will come back to learn more later. The path seemed content with this promise. The punctuation park, a small park, had helpful signs. Full stop ends a sentence, comma, separates items or clauses. Question mark asks a question. Exclamation mark shows strong feeling. Apostrophe shows possession ions, book, or missing letters don't. Quotation marks show direct speech. Ayan wrote in a little notebook, I learn every day. Do you? Yes. Don't stop. The marks were simple tools, like a hammer and nails building a steady house. The practice house. They reached a warm house with many rooms. On the door was a sign, practice lives here. Inside, each room offered a friendly task. Room 1, routines. Ayan wrote, every morning, I read 10 pages. I drink tea and listen to a short podcast. I write 5 sentences about my day. Room 2, now. He looked around and said, I am sitting at a wooden desk. I am learning with Miss Grammar. The sun is shining through the window. Room 3, yesterday. He remembered, yesterday, I watched a story about courage. I learned 3 new words. I felt proud. Room 4, plans. He smiled. Tomorrow, I am going to join an English club. Next week, I will make a small presentation. Room 5, prepositions. He placed a pen on the table, moved it under a book, then between 2 cups, and finally into his pocket. He spoke each step. Room 6, questions. He practiced out loud. Where do you live? What do you enjoy? When do you study? Why are you learning English? How do you keep going? Room 7, descriptions. He took a photo from his bag. This is my favorite place. It is small but beautiful. The street is quiet and the trees are tall. People are friendly and the air is fresh. Room 8, advice. He looked in a mirror and told himself, you should read every day. You should speak slowly and clearly. You must be patient. You can do it. The rooms did not feel like school. They felt like steps on a life path. The story test. At the center of the house, a small table held a simple page. At the top was a title, Tell a Day in Your Life. Ian read the prompt and began to speak, then to write. My name is Ian. I am a learner, and I live near a river. I wake up early, and I make tea. I read 10 pages of an easy book. I write 5 new sentences. At 7 o'clock, I walk to the bus stop. The bus is sometimes late, but I do not worry. On the bus, I listen to a short English episode. At school, I speak to my friends. We talk about our plans. After class, I go to the market. I buy fruit and bread. In the evening, I watch one video and repeat the sentences. I am not perfect, but I am getting better. I feel proud because I can see my progress. Tomorrow, I am going to try a harder story. One day, I will tell my story to many people. He checked his verbs, his nouns, his prepositions, his articles, and his punctuation. The page looked simple, but it felt strong. It was not only a test of grammar. It was a picture of his life. Miss Grammar read it and smiled. You are not just learning grammar, she said. You are using it. Grammar is not a wall. It is a set of doors. Every door opens to a clear idea. The Promise Tree. Before leaving Grammar Town, Ian stopped at a tall tree with small paper leaves. On each leaf, a traveler had written a promise. He took a leaf and wrote, I will study a little every day. I will read out loud. I will listen carefully. I will speak without fear. I will be kind to myself when I make mistakes. He tied the leaf to a branch. The tree rustled softly, as if it understood. Back on the road, the sun was lower now. Ian stood at the gate and looked back. The noun garden raved with names. The verb station ticked with time. The question square shone like a friendly mirror. Remember, Miss Grammar said, simple sentences are your best friends. Build them well. When you are ready, connect them. Make them longer, make them richer, but keep them clear. Ian bowed. Thank you. Today I did not only read a story, I walked inside it. He began the journey home, speaking to the evening air in steady lines. I am learning. I was learning. I will keep learning. I can. I should. I must. There is a road in front of me. There are friends around me. English is not a mountain I must fear. It is a town I can visit every day. The road felt safe, and his steps felt sure. And somewhere behind him, in Grammar Town, the clocks of Mr. Verb kept perfect time, waiting for the next traveler who wanted not only to know grammar, but to live it.